attend.
Oh my gosh. Welcome once again, Mint Door, to our 12 days of live streams, where we are bringing in highly accomplished entrepreneurs who blend their success with well-being. And no one does it better than our next guest, Vanessa Emerson. Thank you so much for being here, Vanessa. We are so excited to hear your wisdom today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. And I'm really just a student on the journey. I can't say that I do it the best. Thank you for that.
Well, you're someone we look up to for it. So thank you. For that. Yeah. All right. So a little bit about Vanessa. She is a business strategist and influencer and founder of The Dental Speaker. Her mission is mentoring business professionals in business development, marketing, and management strategy. Vanessa's annual conferences attract speakers and consultants who gather to learn, network, and support each other in growing their business and then the dental meeting industry in turn. And her meetings are a blast and full of amazing people. So I highly recommend them. Honored by Dental Products Report as one of the top 25 women in dentistry in 2017, and twice selected for the Denobi Award Shortlist. Her outstanding contributions in the dental industry, Vanessa is known as the go-to resource that helps meeting planners create stronger meetings, businesses acquire more bookings, and consultants attract and retain clients to meet their business goals. She is frequently booked by organizations who would like to encourage their members to explore and expand their roles as speakers and consultants. Yeah. And this is my favorite part. Vanessa also emphasizes the path to the healthy speaker, drawing from the wisdom of Ayurveda to enhance your well-being and ultimately your success. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's really, really my honor. I've been looking forward to this.
Awesome. Yay.
Yeah, throughout these 12 days, and I've lost count of how many days we're up to, but we've not got many left. And we've been so looking forward to this conversation because you're somebody that if people don't know, they need to know. And if people know you already, they will want to listen to what you have to say. So for our first question, this year, when you look back at 2023, what 2 or 3 habits or routines have you used that have really moved the needle and made a difference for you?
Yeah, for sure. But the focus of my business is around business and helping others grow their businesses. Though what I'm going to share with you is going to be more from a personal side, which basically bleeds over into the business. And so for me, I started this year out in a place of dis-ease in my body, not unwellness, and found out just a couple weeks into the year that I have celiac disease, and that was manifesting for me as a really icky rash on my hands and my arms. And we finally determined that gluten is not my friend. And I know there's many other people out there who are in that same boat and can sympathize with that. Once I realized that, it set my feet on a new path. So for me, the things that have moved the needle for me was really around health. And that all bleeds over into business and us being more successful as entrepreneurs. So it's been a couple of things. I thank you to our vegan coach, our plant-based eating coach, Laura. I was already a couple of years into a plant-based journey. And for me, what was important there was to let go of processed foods. Because you can be vegan and eat a whole lot of processed foods. So for me, what's really made a difference for me is trying to eat more whole food. I still do have chips. I still do have those type of things now. But, the food, getting the food right was something that I had to just stop and sit down and go, all of my habits have to change. And when it was so interesting to me that it was almost immediately I started feeling better when I started having a morning smoothie that was made with, I would say, 10 to 12 different vegetables and fruits. I see how Laura lit up. She's like, yes, you're talking my language. But I would literally, my body would buzz afterward. I would feel just energized. And there's something so important for all of us. I think so many people in the world Nowadays, we just eat out of fast food or off the shelf. We eat from the inside of the grocery store versus what is it that go shopping around the outer edges. And so that was one thing that really moved the needle for me and gave me my energy and my strength and my clarity. I was getting fuzzy headed with the celiac diagnosis and with the way I was feeling, and that really helped me. But honestly, will also help me with my fuzzy headedness. And my answers for you guys are not going to be anything that you're going to go like, oh, well, of course you eat well, you get sleep, you make sure you exercise. It's things we all know, right? I'm sure you guys are already coaching your clients on. I knew, but I wasn't doing. I mean, it's not uncommon as entrepreneurs when you get busy and you've got clients and deadlines to get 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep and go, oh, I can do it. I'm doing it. I've been doing this for years. Well, that's the problem. It's you do it for years, and your body needs 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. I don't care who you are. That's a strong statement, right? Because some people will tell me, oh, I've always slept 5 hours. I don't need that. Our organs need us to stop and rest, and so that our body can support us. And so once I started shooting, I don't always get 7 hours of sleep. Sometimes it's 6, sometimes it's 6.5, sometimes it's 8. But I shoot for getting 7 hours at night. And what I find is I'm not foggy during the day, right? So I'm eating better. I'm sleeping better. I was ensuring that I had movement every day, getting a couple hours walk in the morning, doing some stretching, doing some other various exercises throughout the week, and then making the time for all of that. As an entrepreneur, you go, yeah, but that's 2 less hours a day that I have for work. And then if I'm going to walk for an hour, you start adding up, well, where do I get all the work in? It comes together. It just comes together. You trust, because you feel better. You're able to be more efficient, be more productive. These are not earth-shattering insights. It's based on my reality this year through my own health journey. Just that reminder, I'm 58 this year, and I want to be 100. I want to be 100, and I want to be having my faculties. I want to be still alert and moving and contributing at 100. I won't be able to do that if I don't eat right, sleep right, move my body. And the fourth thing for me was meditation, which I was sharing with you earlier. I mean, my favorite thing. If I could stay in meditation, I would, but that's not really true. You can't eat if you're in meditation. But I have just found that taking that consistent approach of every morning, when I first get up, I'm sure I've shared with you before, the RPM, Rise, P, Meditate mantra of David G. with the Chopra Center. Was where I first heard that RPM. You rise, go to the bathroom, you come back and meditate. Before you really get rid of all that sleepiness feel, there's something so magical about that morning hour. Where you're not in the go yet, and you can sit down and get back into, whether it's just breathing, if you focus on your breathing, or whether it's mantra meditation, or whether it's prayer, whatever that is for each of us, there's something that's so important about clarifying our focus and our purpose and our day and our objectives, not only for the day, but just for life. It's that shutting down and taking 15 to 20 minutes to get yourself ready for the day that changes everything. So those are 4 tips. I hope that's not too many, but it was like the whole kit and caboodle that has my lab work reflects that has made a huge difference for me. I was on 6.1 on the A1C scale this January. I was like, what? And when I had my blood work drawn in September, I was back to 5.4. So I'm still like close to the scale, but I was no longer on the scale. And I really hadn't changed my eating other than what I shared, the whole food, plant-based, made a huge difference. And the movement and the sleep and the meditation. Boom.
Those are great answers. And I love how you say that these aren't rocket science or earth shattering or anything. But what I love about it is that the more leaders like you that talk about how it makes a difference in their day, the more it becomes, instead of, us always searching for something outside of ourselves to be
Oh,
successful,
yeah.
we can kind of just come back to ourselves and be successful.
Oh, like that right there is a mic drop, right? It's not outside of us. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That
Thank
clarification.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. In relation to looking outside of ourselves, there is a lot that we do as far as digesting and consuming information. So I know you're a lifelong learner, and I'd love to know some of the books, movies, podcasts that have really made a difference in your life.
I'm going to show you. I was just pulling it up on here. So for me this year, I mean, I haven't.
Which ones are a drag on your system?
Of course, it stopped. Audible started playing. I want to show you the cover of this one. Change your schedule, change your life. Change your schedule, change your life. And I'm gonna butcher his name, Dr. Suhas. I can't even Krishar Sagar, but he's an amazing Ayurvedic medical doctor. He's an MD and also doctor in Ayurveda. Change Your Schedule, Change Your Life was an incredible, incredible book. I've recommended it to multiple people already. For me, the where I've learned this year has been through the Chopra Center. I've spent many hours going through certification programs. So I haven't done a lot of other outside books this year, though I'm an avid Audible consumer. Digesting of books through Audible. So from the standpoint of like the mainstream books, that would be the number one I would suggest, which goes back to exactly what I was talking about earlier, right? So for me, it's really all about our days and what we do in our days and how we take care of our bodies. That's starting to sound like a broken record.
No, I mean, it's obviously very foundational and very important, and
For everyone.
Yeah, for everyone.
Yeah.
And another thing I'd like to highlight is how you can start anytime. Like some people may think it's too late in life to start, but I think you can start anytime, and our bodies are just like amazing. They just respond.
Yes. And we're just slowly adding changes in to your day. I remember when Karen and I were in the same workshop that you shared with us around plant-based eating. And that was one of the takeaways that I took from that, Laura, was that it's not an all or nothing approach. It's really more like you keep adding in. You add one more vegetable that you haven't tried, or you add one more, you slowly walk that path. I think that's such good advice for all of us. It makes it not overwhelming, no matter what that habit is that we're wanting to whether it's exercise or whatever. Yeah.
So when you look back at the year you've just had in 2022 and all the changes that you have brought to reality by what you've chosen to do and how you live your life, what do you visualize now for 2023?
For my business and my life, it's to continue in this direction. And so from the business standpoint, I want to bring this learning to our colleagues in a bigger way. So through, I try to picture which way it is, through the Dental Speaker, we have launched the Healthy Speaker Initiative. And so the idea behind that is there is a workshop right now that you can attend, which speaks to the pillars of health that I was sharing earlier, or some of them. Emotional wellness is another piece of it, breathing, nutrition, certainly in that workshop. But the Healthy Speaker Initiative is going to be much bigger than that. Through the new year, we'll be bringing either webinars or workshops. It's like a variety of, articles, blog articles. I'm going to be pairing with other experts in our industry, such as the Mentor, which you guys haven't, I haven't formally asked, and we haven't formally said yes, but of course you're going to say yes, right?
that was the proposal just there.
Yeah,
that's right. To get together to share our knowledge. It's really about my goal there is to lift our colleagues, because it can be really trying on a body to be a consultant and speaker and flying and the travel, and you're juggling the kids. It's right. It's just like the busy dentists that you guys work with, right? You're juggling the family, you're juggling, a relationship, you own a business, you're having to speak in different states across the country. You're like trying to juggle consulting clients and deadlines, and there's administrative work, and there's the tax work, and there's like all the things. That's where we get to where we're not getting the sleep. We're not taking care of ourselves. And so I want to be able to bring a focus from many other experts in our industry together to help our colleagues, speakers and consultants in this way through the Healthy Speaker. Mm-hmm. It's really a passion project. We're still focusing on business. Nothing's changed with my business. We still help speakers and consultants grow their businesses. This is really more of a give back.
Mm. Nice. Oh. So when you're looking ahead to 2023, I know some people like to pick a word or a phrase or a poem or something that grounds them to kind of their vision of 2023, the next year. Do you do that? And if so, what is your word or phrase or poem or?
I think I love that people do that, or they'll pick like a spirit animal for the year. I should do that, right? Mine would always be cat. But for me, my word is always joy. Mm-hmm. And the way I feel joy is not like, like some people are like real happy, outwardly happy. For me, joy is like an inward. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's calm, it's happy, it's peaceful. It's just recognizing that what is exactly what we need and want and is enough. To me, that encapsulates joy. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I think about that word joy frequently. One of our colleagues took the word enjoy, ENJOY, and she says enjoy. Mm-hmm. And I love that, like living your life in joy. Mm-hmm. Or I love that when people will say, be well, meaning how we be as individuals, how we be in the world, be well. It's mm-hmm. that same idea of being in that place of joy to me. So my cat's right now already started.
I was wondering.
Oh, they're not. They need to take a page from the Joy handbook.
Exactly. Gotta love live streams, right?
That's right.
Oh,
a little quiet word for them later about some joy.
That's right. Joy, my dears.
Mm-hmm. Hearing like in the last, we've talked about so many things in such a short space of time. If people who are watching or listening to this want to know more about you, Vanessa, where to find you, tell us a little bit about that, and then also share with us maybe what's coming up for you in 2023.
Oh, sure. The Dental Speaker is our mothership website. We have multiple, but the Dental Speaker is the one to go to, where it will guide you off to everything. We also have, which site is it? Dental Speaker. It's like backwards on StreamYard. It's on Zoom. Mm-hmm. Dental Speaker Institute, and our annual meeting coming up in May, which we're really excited about. We'll be in Phoenix, May 5th and 6th. Going to be a little bit different format this year. And so we're really excited about that with guiding speakers and consultants with helping them build skills around their business, but also presentation skills, content development, and a big emphasis on networking as well, and collaboration, which I appreciate. You guys have been there as well for years too. I really appreciate you. Weevolution, where we come together to learn, to grow, to evolve. That's a big one coming up. And then throughout the rest of the year, it's really kind of rinse and repeat, right? It's the same, the same wonderful yumminess things we do every year. I'm always excited about going to the Do Retreat. Like, I'm already looking forward to November with Anne and the Do Retreat. I look forward to Dental Festival in the summer. I know Elijah's going to have his meeting in August. Dental Festival will be there and doing some exciting things for speakers there this year. And but other than that, we work just the normal stuff that we do is helping people create websites and speaker packets, and a lot of business coaching. We have our AMP, we call it, which stands for Accelerate My Progress, Profit, and Personal Joy, is really growing. And so this coming year, we're expanding that group coaching program out to where we're going to have a whole do-it-yourself library of dozens and dozens of hours of content, as well as coming together in our small group cohorts and pods, as well as quarterly training sessions for the group. It's really expanding, and that's all around the business of speaking and consulting. So I'm excited. Life is good. Life is good. You know, it's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of joy. And
Yeah.
yeah. And I love how tying the beginning of this live stream with making sure you're healthy within your well-being, and how that just expands into your business. And it looks like it's working wonderfully for you. So we are super excited to see more of you in 2023 and collaborate more with you in 2023. Yeah, you know, sort of like Karen said, if you know Vanessa, you want to listen to her. And if you don't know, you should get to know her. So
Thank you.
check out her
Thank you for
website.
having me.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, but make sure and check out her website. She's also on Instagram if you like to do the gram, so you can find her there. And but definitely check her out on the website. And Vanessa, thanks again for sharing your beauty with us and your wisdom. It's always wonderful to talk to you.
Oh, it was so great to spend time with you guys. Thank you so much, and happy holidays.
You too. Awesome. All right, everyone in the Mint Door, thanks for being here again on our 12 days of live streams. We've got a few left, so we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.